holiday music is something that I grew up on. Definitely the American Methodist versions. Doug Morris, chairman of Universal, he's been my mentor from the Little Earthquake days. And he said, I'd really like to know what you as a minister's daughter would do now that you are where you are in your life and you've seen what you've seen of all these cultures. How would you interpret a seasonal record? I wanted to be inclusive of a lot of different beliefs. You know, not everybody is religious that wants to celebrate the season. And so I was thinking about more of an inclusive way of telling the story. I did decide that the first Noel, which of course is a favorite for so many people in America, its origination, they believe, according to the Oxford Book of Carols, was either a sea shanty or a drinking song. And then they added Christology to the melody. And then I thought, let's create a sentiment that works together about children are born every day, and they bring us light. And there's a child in us that's reborn. And that's really what the album is about. It's about the rebirth of light. I think there are a lot of Christmas albums that just do the carols as you know them, minor variations on the theme, and then their original songs, new expressions of the season. You might find this funny, but this is one record that I couldn't record in a church, if you think about it. Because if I'm going to be inclusive and not exclusive, then I had to stay really neutral. As a minister's daughter, I started to get curious, thinking, okay, so before Jesus was born, which is not that long ago, what were they doing during this time of year in other cultures? That real simple question then led me to a plethora of different cultures and how they celebrated the rebirth of light. The great thing about it is that the reaction from my parents and Doug Morris, who are very different creatures. And so you've got to see, from my point of view, walking on thin ice here between a very liberal, non-Christian person who was encouraging me to do this, and my folks who I didn't want to offend. I didn't want to make a record just because I questioned some of the ideology of the church. I wanted still, though, to not upset either of them. And the great thing is that they both really embrace the record.